solving this paper for the December 27th examination for CBSE NET paper 1, and we'll be solving all the 60 questions for the paper with a set of 20 questions in each video. So the first video will cover the set of 20 questions and so on. Now the first question is based on the table. So you have the various years that are given, the decadal data for the population and the electrical power production. The first question based on this was, in which decade the average power availability per person was maximum? Now how do we calculate this? So we have power and we have the population. So what we have to simply do is power divided by population would give you the average availability of power per person. So for 71, 81, 81, 91 and so on. So what we have to do is we have to simply calculate it. So for example, it was 25 by 24. So that would be around 1 point something. Then the next was 40 by 27. The further next was 30 by 50. And finally for 2001 and 2011 it was 80 by 32. Which gives you 2.5 gigawatt per person. And this is the highest among the all. So we can say 2001 and 2001 to 2011 is the correct answer. The next is, by what percentage the power production increased from 1951 to 2011. Now for 51 to 2011 it increased from 10 to 100. So we can simply say the increase was current year minus last year by last year into 100. So that's the simple formula we apply to solve the percentage increase. So we have 90 by 10 into 100, or we can say 900%. So here the correct answer would be 900%. Now the next three questions. To solve these questions, first we'll have to go for the question number 4. Once we get the answer for question number 4, then only we can solve question number 3. So it's like a prerequisite to solve this question. So first we'll go with this question and then we'll go with the question 3. So the average decadal growth rate of population is. Now how do we calculate the average decadal growth rate of the population? So we have the population here. So if I want to calculate the decadal growth rate, I can say 21 minus 20 divided by 20 into 100. For the next it would be 24 minus 21 divided by 21 into 100. 27 minus 24 divided by 24 into 100. Then you have 30 minus 27 divided by 27 into 100. And so on. So you have 32 minus 30 by 30 into 100. And finally 35 minus 32 by 32 into 100. Now when we solve all these, we get certain values, and what is asked is average decadal growth rate. So we have the values, say 5, 14.28, then you have 12.5, 11.11, 6.66, and finally the last value will be 9.37. When you get an average of these for the 6 differences, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, the average comes to be 9.82%. Now if I go back to the question there, so the average decadal growth rate would be 9.28, so that would be the correct answer. Now I have the average decadal growth rate of the population, that's 9.28. I know the population for the last year, that was 35 million. So I'll find a growth rate of 9.28% on the last value, that's 35, to get the prediction for the year 2021. So what I do is 35 multiplied by 9.25. So I calculate the percentage, and whatever value I get, I add it to 35. So the answer would be 38.49 million. So once we are done with this question, then we can solve this question. So this question requires a like more of computation, so you must be quick at doing problems where numbers are dealt with. The next is, in the year 1951, what was the power availability per person? So population was 20 and power availability was 10, so I can say 10 by 20 into 100. So it's 500 watt per person would be the power availability in year 1951. So the correct answer would be 1 here. So this was the question on data interpretation. Now it's important to note that the questions on data interpretation are very direct. So if you know the basic concept, it's sure that you can do all the 5 questions correct and secure 5 on 5 in this section. Now moving on to the next section, there were questions related to the population dynamics and the politics of India. So the first question is, which decade registered the maximum growth rate? Now there are various decades that are given, of which 61-71 was considered as a year with maximum growth rate, followed by this, which was around 24.66%, and finally the present was around 17.8%. So you can say 1961 and 71 in India registered a peak in the growth rate of population. The next question is about Lok Sabha. The first statement says the constitution puts a limit to the size of Lok Sabha. That's correct, because you have 550 members plus 2 nominated. So you have a limit that is put to the size of Lok Sabha. So this statement is correct. The size and the shape of parliamentary constituencies is determined not by the election commission but by the delimitation commission. So this is incorrect. Then you have the first past post electoral system is followed in India. That's correct. India, US are some of the countries where you have first past post electoral system that is followed. That means if a candidate is winning, even if he is not having more than 50% votes but is declared as a winner, could be elected. So that's the first past post electoral system. And finally, the Speaker of the Lok Sabha has a final vote in case of equality of vote. So if there is a balance of the vote, then the final vote is decided only by the Speaker of Lok Sabha. So that's again an incorrect statement. So you have A and C as the correct choice. So 2 would be the correct answer here. The next question is again based on political science. So on which ground you have discrimination in the administration? Admission to education institution is constitutionally prohibited. Now this question is based on the right to equality. So under right to equality you have right to religion, sex and place of birth. So the answer would be A, B and C. That's choice 3. The next is, as part of the National Climate Change Policy, this is something to do with a recent development. So you must be good at current affairs. So the current limit that India has set is 350 gigawatts for an installed capacity of renewable energy, which is aimed by 2030. So that's the correct answer based on the current affairs question. The next is, people population control measures do not necessarily help in checking environmental degradation. Now this is a concept that was given post Malthus. So, or we can say these are neo-Malthus theories that were given on population. So Malthus theory we have already covered in one of the lectures previously. So if you go through that, you will get a brief idea what we are referring about here. Then the relationship between population growth and environmental degradation is rather complex. That's a correct reason to understand this assertion. So I can say both the assertion and reason are true, and reason is the correct explanation for assertion. But the important thing to note in this question is usually this choice is not at the place 2. So what they have done is they have jumbled up the choices that are usually asked in assertion reason questions. So you need to be very careful. Even if you are correct and you are practicing a lot of assertion reason questions, you will by mistake say the answer would be both A and B are true and A and R are true and A is the correct explanation for R, but you would miss out at which number this is located. So what they have done is just jumbled up the position. So you need to read the question very carefully before you answer these kind of questions. The next is, which of the following is an open source software? So among all these, Mozilla Firefox is an open source software. So that is the correct answer. Now this is question again based on kind of rote learning. So what you have to find is the per capita energy consumption, and you have to identify the correct sequence. So the correct sequence is Russia, China, Brazil and India. So 4th would be the correct answer here. Which of the following is an instant messaging application? WhatsApp, Google Talk and Viber, all of these three are considered as a instant messaging application. So all the three would be correct. So the correct answer here would be 1. Next, public order is an item that is considered as a part of the state list. So the correct answer here would be 3, that is state list. That's again a direct question based on political science. So you had a number of questions from political science which were based on basic knowledge, or I could say rote learning. The next is, this is a question based on current affairs. The National Mission on E-Learning through ITC, that is Information and Communication and Technology, is the correct answer, and the aim of this mission was to train 10,000 teachers. So that is a recent initiative by the Government of India. So the correct answer here is 1. In a computer, a byte consists of 8 bits. So the answer is, directly you have one byte is equal to 8 bits. We have covered the class on byte, bits and kilobytes. You can just refer to the channel for more information on these kind of questions. The next is, among which of these causes cancer in human beings? Lead exposure is a well-known cause for cancer problems. So in most of the developed nations, you have lead poisoning testing that has been done, especially in the buildings that are old and degraded. They have content of lead. So lead poisoning test is done in most of the nations, especially for toddlers and infants. So the correct answer here would be 4. Next is, which of the following enables us to send the same letter to different persons in MS Word? Now, even if you are not familiar with this is a question of Outlook, but even if you are not familiar with the software, if you are trying to send the same letter to different person, what does that mean? You are trying to copy the same letter. So it would be mail copy. So just by your intuition, you can answer this question. The next is, which of the following is not a natural hazard? Now, wildlife, lightning and landslide, all of these three are considered as natural hazard. Chemical contamination is definitely not a natural hazard but a man-made hazard. So I can say 1 would be the odd man out in the given question. Finally, which of the following is not an input device? So you have keyboard, joystick and microphone, which are input devices, and monitor is a device which is used as a output device. So the answer here would be monitor. So with this, we covered the set of first 20 questions for NET examination. We would be covering the next set of 20 questions in the further lecture. You can subscribe to Exam Breeze channel for any further updates. Stay tuned. Have a good day ahead.